Hey, happy Sunday, Beach Bombs. Glad everybody is able to make it in, that it can make it in today. I'm going to give it a few minutes for everybody to get these notifications from YouTube and kind of start pouring in. But for those of you that got in early, I saw some people were waiting and chatting in the talk. Kathy and Janice, thank you for being here so early and chit-chatting with me. Let me just mute out. Mute out the I usually have YouTube running over here just so I can kind of make sure that I have good video. Obviously, I heard some audio. So, anyway, that's what I was muting out. Again, just going to kind of wait for people to pour in here a little bit, and I'll get started on today's live show. So, just to start out, for those that are new to the channel or new to my live streams, I try to do these pop-ups. It seems like it's been happening on Sundays, so hopefully that'll be a regular cadence for me. Next Sunday, I will not be going live because I will be, and I'll talk about that here in a little bit. I'll be on the Carnival Radiance again for another weekend cruise. So there's and the internet's been really terrible on the ship, and we could chat about that a little bit later. So I don't foresee myself trying to go live from the ship, to be quite honest. So next Sunday there won't be a pop-up live. Maybe if Facebook is working okay, maybe I'll maybe do something on Facebook. Again, no guarantees. So with that, if you're not part of the Facebook group, join my Facebook group called The Beach Life on YouTube. The link is down in the description of this video. So if you just go down in the description of the video, you'll see my Facebook, my social media information. So you can connect with me directly on Facebook, or you could join, or you could do both. Join the Facebook group, and I have a couple other links in there for a first timers group and then the main Carnival Radiance cruise page. So anyway, so those are just some of the things that are available to you. I mainly cruise on the Carnival Radiance for those that are new to the channel. I will be going on the Carnival Horizon in September. But I wanted to make these, I was doing them Carnival Radiance specific, and depending on what information I have, I still might do some of those, but I'm trying to make them more generic. So because a lot of things affect all the ships, right? Even if they're happening on the Radiance, some things also affect all the ships. So that's why I've kind of named this Carnival Cruise Talk, because I don't want it to be just Radiance specific, but of course, if you have Radiance questions and stuff, feel free to ask. I see again that we're getting people in here, so we'll get started in a little bit. So again, I want to just thank some of the people that were in here early, Kathy and Janice. I see Marlise Dobbin, Meg, my moderator. Meg, always in the house. Thank you, Meg, for being here. Marlise Dobbins, hey, saying hello to you. Charles Cole. So Charles, yeah, we'll go ahead and kick off with that. Let me just say hello to some other people. Sylvia, I see you there. Chuck, Ruben, Adrian, etc. And so to Chuck kind of was answering. This type of stuff happens. For those of you that follow, and I lived in San Diego and now I'm in Arizona. The cartels, have a lot of activity going on down in Mexico. I don't think that's new news to anybody, right? Apparently, there's been a little bit of unrest. The sad part is that the government in Mexico is heavily controlled by the cartel or large portions of it. Apparently, it sounds like so. I don't know what they're trying to renegotiate. I don't want to get too much into that because it's not really an area of expertise. But from what we're hearing, is that there's just been a little bit of unrest, but it sounds like it's working itself out. So, just kind of stay tuned for that. But that's always kind of a common issue down there. They did cancel today's visit. That was mentioned in the Carnival Radiance cruise page, and I'm sure other places that today's visit or port stop was canceled. From what I heard, they gave them $50 in onboard credit, and I think 50% off of a future cruise is what I saw. So if anybody, has heard differently, please let me know. But that's what I saw. I saw a few different posts to that effect. So Linda, I see it here. Hello, Bree. Hello, Travel Beyond. Welcome in. Nurse Fembot, welcome in. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. What's going on? Life is good today. I see you in the house as well. So yeah, we'll just kind of jump in there. Let me just make sure I'm not missing anything. Yeah, I didn't want to spend a whole lot of time on the whole thing with the Ensenada again, just because it's still kind of working itself out. Again, I'll just say that there was a little bit of unrest there, and and hopefully all that stuff will get worked out. And again, from what I heard, Carnival has compensated the cruise passengers that are missing today's port with a $50 onboard credit and 50% off a future cruise. So, yeah, I hope they get it figured out. I'll be there next Sunday, so hopefully it'll all work out. Looks like somebody said they're. Oh, Bree said they're on there on the August 22nd. So hopefully, Bree, I'll stay tuned. I know you're connected to my channel. Stay tuned. I will let you guys know. There's going to be a cruise that leaves on Monday that has that as a port, so they'll get a chance to see what happens there, and I'll be following that closely. And of course, I'll be on the following week, so we'll hopefully have some updates on that. I'll be there next weekend. Hopefully, it gets better. Oh, there's Femba. You're on the same cruise as I am, so you're on that August 19th cruise. Cool. Well, say hello. Are you coming to the meet and greet? If you are. All right. So here's what I want to start out with. This was kind of today's motivation, if you will, for the live. I like to come on and just chit chat with everybody as much as I can. Charles Cole says, "What's a good place to eat in Catalina?" Charles, I have heard of many different places. I think there's a place called Luau Larry's or something like that I know is common among a lot of cruisers that they go to. I went to a place called El Gallon. And it was kind of on accident. I was so we did the golf cart tours. I made that video about it. At the end of it, you'll see in that video, I went to El Gallon, and there was a Carnival Radiance guest services crew member there, and he was talking about the shrimp. So I was like, oh, that sounds great. So anyway, that's where I ate, and the happy hour appetizer specials were really good, very filling. So. But again, maybe somebody else will give you some other suggestions. I really enjoyed El Gallon. I have no reason to not suggest them. But again, I think I've heard other people suggest Luau Larry's, I believe is the name of it. So yeah, if you haven't seen the video, Charles, check it out. You'll see that I ordered the shrimp and clam chowder, and it was delicious. And I have a menu, a picture of the menu in that video that shows the prices. Really reasonable for Catalina. I'll be at the meet and greet for sure. Okay, make sure to come up and say hi and let me know you're a Nurse Fembot. So thank you. So anyway, what I wanted to touch on was, so there was a post, and this is not. I just want to preface this by saying this is not me like saying, oh wow, how dare you, shame on you, why are you, this person just posted their pros and cons, if you will, of the Radiance, and I think this maybe transcends to all Carnival cruise lines because a lot of things have changed and that kind of thing. So I just wanted to go through this person's list. And again, I appreciate when people give feedback. You guys know that the cruise lines, all of them, whether it's Carnival or any other ones, they're struggling. It's a business, and they're trying to do their thing. So yeah, here's some others. Yeah, Luau Larry's. There's another one for Luau Larry's. So there you go. There's a couple options for you. You're welcome, Charles. So there's a couple options for you. Luau Larry's and El Gallon. And El Gallon is EL space GALLEON. So check them both out. I did see Luau Larry's. Again, I just went to El Gallon, and I was headed to Luau Larry's. Just for full disclosure, I was headed there, and then I ended up at El Gallon again because I saw the guest services guy that I know, and I was talking to him, and he said, "Hey, the shrimp here is phenomenal." And so anyway, that's how I ended up there. Okay, so I'm going to go through the list, and I'm not going to say the person's name. It's hey there, how's it going? Hello from Las Vegas, W. Kastner. Welcome in. Thank you for being here. And I see my friend Marilyn Dillon and, of course, Lindy Lou. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you, everybody being in here. I love the fact that I do these pop-up lives and people are able to make them in. It's easier for me schedule-wise to not try to commit to something I can't. During the week, just super busy with work and stuff. So Sundays just seem to be a great day for me to do these. Okay, so let me go through. So the first thing that they said, and what I want to do, this is more of like for educational purposes. Again, this is not me trying to bash this person at all. This is me saying, hey, do your homework. Try to be as prepared as you can. Some of these things I will comment and say, yeah, that's something that they need to fix or whatever. But some of these things I think could have been resolved. And I saw some people in the comments say, hey, if you would have done just a little bit of research, watch these YouTube videos, go to some Facebook groups, whatever, right? if you had done a little bit of homework, you probably would have saved yourself some headaches. So this is what I'm trying to do. Again, it's just me trying to help you. This is the whole purpose of my channel. I don't care about the money. I don't care about all that stuff. It's not about that. It's about me loving cruising and trying to make it the best cruise experience for you guys. Okay. So with that said, so the first thing they said was the check-in process was a scramble because the workers were not aware of the new test policy and that it wasn't required. It seemed like only the supervisor knew the answer, so all the workers had to go to the supervisor. Okay, so that is one of those things. Without knowing all the details, again, these are just little bullet points at this person. Yeah, whenever there's changes like that, those are big changes, right? Because now there's the new change. So that was the testing of the 5 days or less, no longer required if you're vaccinated, et cetera. And then more recently now, they're going to allow unvaccinated in. They're going to allow, the vaccinated to not have to do even, the check-in the testing for the longer cruises under 16 days, whatever, right? All these new changes that are going on. And let me just also tell you, please try to stay up to date with those things. The Carnival has a website. Have fun, be safe protocols. We'll get that link dropped in here for you for those that don't have it. But please just try to stay connected with this. With that said, Verifly is not owned by Carnival. Okay, and I don't know. I'm just making an assumption here. I don't know if this person used Verifly or not. I don't know the whole story. Excuse me. Verifly is not owned by Carnival. I would beg you to just, whatever you do, if you choose to use Verifly, this is not me poo-pooing on Verifly. It's just my opinion. I just don't see a huge value in it. I've made that I'm very vocal about that. I didn't see a huge value in it, right? And even less now, you can't, you don't need to upload a check. And now without even requiring to see a vaccine card, doesn't really hold any value. We'll talk about that, right? So here's the thing. Bring all your stuff with you. Make sure you have your paperwork, all that stuff with you now, and be willing to understand that, these workers, is it bad that, and these workers don't work for Carnival, right? They work for the port. So this is not really a reflection on Carnival, these workers. And if that information is not passed on within them very well, or people are not, I don't know. I don't know if they hold shift briefings and they tell them, okay, here's the recent changes. I don't know. But just keep in mind, that is not bullet point one. It's not a Carnival issue. It's a port issue. They obviously didn't educate their people well. Maybe this person cruised right at when the change was made. Just keep that in mind. Be willing to be flexible and understanding, because those things change so fast. So watching YouTube is helpful, but we always have to research specific details for our cruise ourselves. And I say that all the time, right? I do YouTube. I have a Facebook group, and I always tell people, I even say it in my videos, do your own research. Make sure, because at the end of the day, what Carnival gives you, whether it's through their webpage, and that's what you could take to the bank, so to speak. So if something happens, you can say, well, this is what it says on your website, or this is what my Carnival cruise agent told me, whatever my customer service rep told me. That's going to hold a lot more value or water than saying, oh, Hani from the Beach Life said, or so-and-so from the so-and-so channel said, or this Facebook group said. You guys, if you don't follow John Hill, you'll see him a million times saying, stop listening to what the YouTubers are saying, what the Facebook groups are saying, and come to me, right? So, and I agree with him 100%. If I don't have the answer, or I can't say, hang on, I'll find out from John Hill or find out from Carnival and give you a direct link or a direct source from Carnival, I just won't do it. I'm just not going to do it. It's changing so fast. It's not fair to you, and it's not fair to me to provide you with information that can change quickly. So Mary Ellen, definitely right on. Hey, Racing Fanatic 101, welcome in. Thanks for being here. Sylvia Visa just came back from the readiness on Friday, did not encounter any issues checking in, was totally quick and smooth. And that's the thing, right? I mean, everybody's going to have a different experience. That's why I'm trying to be fair. I'm not trying to blast this person in any way. I want, again, to be an educational experience for all of us. And without having all the details, I'm just trying to cover all the bases. So, yeah, some people are going to say, hey, it's like with Verifly. Yep, we don't bother with Verifly. Some people swear by it. Oh, it's the greatest thing ever and stuff. That's fine. It works for you. But I can post you links and stuff and I should probably save them all, of people having issues with it. Oh, it worked for me, but not for my husband or wife. Or I got there and it didn't work. And imagine if you didn't bring your vaccine card at the time, they're not going to let you on the ship. So now you're relying on this technology that Carnival's like, it's not ours. It doesn't. Yeah, if you don't have your vaccine card, sorry. So is it really worth it just to say, oh, I'm using the latest technology? I don't know. Anyway, that's just me. Pro and con lists are simply opinions, so I research rather than just take their word. Absolutely. And like I said, people were answering. I'm looking at it over here on my other monitor. People were answering and stuff with their experiences. And again, it kind of motivated me to have this be a topic of discussion today. I think it's really important. Yes, sir. Ronnie Nama. Rule number 1, don't trust anyone. Always verify. Absolutely. And again, even though I'm trying to provide a source, I'm now making it a point to, again, give you information that I know 100% through John Hild or through Carnival. I say, here's the link, here's the post, because if not, it doesn't hold a lot of water, to be honest with you. Hey, honey, I'm late. Hey, thank you for being here, Shelly Lou. I appreciate it. Yeah, Chuck doesn't use Verify either. Gotcha. Yep. I'd rather know I've done my own research. I've done everything I can to have smooth port experience. And that's really the whole point of this whole thing. And I agree 100%. Is, again, I want to make this the best experience possible for all of you. I consider everyone my cruise family. I love cruising, very passionate about cruising. And so whatever I can do to help you, just like when my family or close friends call me and say, hey, honey, what about this? Do you think I tell them the same thing? Hey, let's go look for this, or let me go find it here. Here's a link. My sister was asking me a question. Hang on. And I send her a link. Again, I'm treating you like I treat my family or close friends the same way. Let's try to find the information. Somebody was asking something about Camp Ocean. I go, I noticed John Held said something about it. I can't tell you this was my last live. And then I follow it up with her and sent her the link and said, oh, here it is. I found it when John Held talked about it and helped out. So even though I told her, hey, I can't answer this question for you right now with 100% certainty, but I was able to follow up with her. So I will do my best again to help you like I would help any of my family or close friends. Hello, Beach Life. Hello, Claudia. Welcome in. Thank you. We are leaving tomorrow on a 4-day cruise. Questions: are we allowed to take a 12-pack of soda per person as a carry-on? Yes. So those are the caveats, right? So it's a 12-pack per person, and most importantly, carry on. Do not put it in your checked luggage. Do not put it in your checked. Same with the wine or champagne, right? Do not put that in your checked luggage. If you're going to bring it, obviously, go ahead and do that, but make sure it's in your carry-on with you. So some people will like bungee cord it on top of like they're doing a carry-on little luggage or whatever. They'll bungee cord it on the top or stuff, but make sure it goes through with you. Absolutely. So you can, and that is per person. Claudia, to answer your question. Oh, thank you. Hey, what's going on? My big brother, Gary, what's going on, buddy? All right, Sylvia V says, you really did help us. My family and I binge your videos and felt so informed. Thanks so much for what you do. Well, thank you, Sylvia. Without trying to sound boastful or whatever, I get a lot of that, and I appreciate it. I can tell you, like I said, the monetization, all that crap, it doesn't really matter to me. This is what matters to me, that I help somebody and helped a family or helped anybody have the best cruise experience. My focus is on those first-time cruisers because I want cruising to survive, right? I want cruising to thrive, and I want everyone to have a great time doing it, so you guys continue to do it, right? And that way, the thing that I love so much and I'm so passionate about continues to exist. So if I can do my small little part to make that happen, then so be it. Again, I don't, this person, unfortunately, I wish they would have taken the time, and it doesn't have to be me. I don't want to try to sound selfish here. There's plenty of other people that have sources of information. There's plenty of Facebook groups. There's a lot out there to at least get you, as I mentioned before, a baseline, right? A baseline to say, okay, I need to look into this. Okay, so and so said this, so I need to go maybe do a little bit of research. So that's all I'm looking for, is to do that. Best place to eat on embarkation day. This is one of those things that I guess it depends. For me, it used to always be Guy's Burger, right? But slowly but surely, and then on the Radiance, they have the Shacks, right? Shacks Big Chicken is only on the Radiance and on the Mardi Gras currently. So then for a while there, just because it was new and something I wanted to try, it was Shacks. And the people I went with always wanted to go to Shacks. I kind of got burnt out on it because it was like the first thing we ate every time. So now I went back to something I really enjoy, is Blue Iguana. So I go to Blue Iguana. So it really depends on what you enjoy. If you're on a ship that has Shaq's Big Chicken and you haven't tried it, I say go ahead and try it. Give it a try. But for me personally, again, because I did Guy's Burger for so long and then Shaq's, I really, really enjoy Blue Iguana. So I've been going to Blue Iguana personally. And some of the ships, again, you know, depending on what ship you're on, Gary, you know, you have the Pasta Bella, which is in Cucina del Capitano, which is the free lunch option of pasta. And then if you're on a ship that has GG Asian Kitchen, they've got the Mongolian wok. So there's, again, depends on what you're looking for and craving. I would say maybe, let's say if I ended up on the Panorama, I think, not sure if the Horizon has, I can't remember if it had GGs or not, but if it does, I may end up going to the Mongolian wok for lunch. So. Oh, on the Horizon, yes, you see that. Yeah. So with that said, if the Horizon has GG, which I think it does, I'm almost positive it does. It's like the Panorama and the Vista. I'm most likely going to probably hit up the Mongolian wok personally. Buffet, shacks, shrimp tacos. Yeah, right. You can't go wrong with any of those. I know for me, like I don't do the buffet as much as I used to in the past, just because, you know, you have all these other great options. The buffet is nice. Like if I wanted to go and grab a salad or, you know, something like that, sometimes some soup in the late evening, I like to go and grab some soup. But there's so many other great options, especially on a 3-day. It's like, you know, there's so many different places you want to eat. So yeah, we try everything that's open. Yeah, I know a lot of my friends, man, they'll hit up like 2 or 3 of the different places on embarkation day. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Nothing wrong with that. Horizon has lots of options. I think there is a GG's. Yeah, I'm almost positive. If it's like the Panorama. So both those open on a park. Yes, they have GG. Yes, I know where I'm going. All right, cool, Gary. If we board around the same time, let's maybe have lunch at GG's together, buddy. I would love that. Cucina or GG's. Yep, there you go. Okay, so I don't want to beat the dead horse with the bullet one there, because there's a lot of bullets here. What this person had said. So that's the next one. This one, to me, I say shame on them, and here's why. So they said we had a wheelchair and strollers, and no one told us there was an elevator, so we had to push everyone up the ramp. So here's the thing. I mean, I know as a YouTuber, I'm asking these questions. I don't have a wheelchair. I'm not taking strollers, but I do ask questions, right? And in all fairness, I'm doing it for information for my YouTube channel. But those people are readily accessible. They're right there. There's a big, I mean, even when you're coming in, there's a Carnival person there. Ask them. Why are you not asking these questions, right? You have Carnival staff right there. Hey, where can I go? We've got strollers. We got wheelchair. What access? Ask questions. Oh, they're supposed to come up to you and just say, oh, by the way. I mean, come on. You know, that one I did have a point of contention with. Ask questions. I mean, there's staff there. And then when you go in, right to the last check-in area, and this is in Long Beach, right? So I'm talking about the Long Beach, right next to your final check-in area, just to the left, there's a big old sign that says special assistance. Walk over there and ask. There's a person standing there every time I've been there. Every time I've been there, there's been somebody there. Ask. Go and ask. If you had a wheelchair, special assistance, go ask. And then as soon as you walk in, you can go straight if you need to use the elevators. And there's a sign there. I can't remember what the sign says off the top of my head. And there's another staff member, again, right there before you make the right to go to the ramp. So you had at least 3 to 4 people you could have asked all the way before you went up that ramp. You could have asked and said, hey, we have wheelchairs, and we have strollers. Is there an easier way? So I'm sorry. This one is on you, Mr. So again, I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to be rude, but this one's on you. So Stump, setting up a daddy-daughter cruise. She's 33, but worried she won't enjoy dad because dad is old and slow. Oh, I think that'd be white. Just ask. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, right. Just ask, for crying out loud. I'm a first-time cruiser going on the Carnival Radiance. Do you know if there's a fee to park? Racing Fanatic, yes, there is. It's $23 a day to park at the Long Beach Cruise Terminal. So if you're going on the 3-day, it's going to be $69. If you're going on the 4-day, add another $23 to that, whatever that is. I'm doing math. What is it? $92? $92 for the 4-day. So yes, $23 a day, and it's first come, first serve. It's always the same guy. Yeah. Don't you have to go up the ramp to get onto the ship? Well, again, this is in Long Beach. I'm guessing they have elevator access. I'm sure they're all ADA accessible, right? But in this particular case, yeah, there's a ramp. Oh, you're talking about that final ramp? Well, yeah. Yeah, I mean, the elevator is going to get you up to that final gangway, but it's not that far to push a wheelchair stroller. This person was complaining about the ramp. if you've been to Long Beach, you know what I'm talking about, right? There's that ramp that goes like this, and I get it. If you're pushing a wheelchair, shoulders and stuff, there's an elevator available. So yeah, um, there's a slight incline, gangway, whatever, but it's not that bad to get onto the ship if that's what you're referring to, Gary. Yes, $23 a day brings a new meaning to here's your sign. Yeah, again, I'm not trying to be. You're welcome. Good afternoon, Tyler. Welcome in. Parking is steps from the terminal. Yeah, literally steps in the terminal. So if you've been following my channel for a while, I've got multiple videos. I made one specifically about parking. Who was that? Racing. I made one specifically. Racing Fanatic. I made one specifically about the parking and all that stuff. So maybe if somebody can grab that video and drop the link for Racing Fanatic. If not, I'll try to remember to go and grab it and drop it in. Kelly B, I see you there. Hey there, how's it going? My friend Kelly B is in the house. What time are the rooms ready usually? I can't remember. So for everybody else, it's 1:30. I know that I think the suites are available as soon as you board, if I remember correctly. Somebody knows for sure, but I think the suites are ready. And then the Platinum and Diamond used to be ready right away, but now they just let you drop off your stuff and then leave. Like on this last cruise, I am Platinum. I went and dropped off my stuff, but the room wasn't even ready. So yeah, they're not guaranteeing readiness for Platinum and Diamond. I'm almost positive, and again, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, for the suites, they're ready when you board, but everybody else, you got to wait till 1:30. Again, this is in Long Beach. Long Beach is it is. Again, I've been to other terminals. I've been in Galveston, Miami, Fort Lauderdale. And again, not just because it's my home port. I feel like it is super simple there. And on the next cruise is making a gift shop video. Yeah, it's on the list, right, Dan? It's on the list. Oh my God! Speaking of list, I got to update that. Suites are ready. Okay, thanks, Bree. I thought so. I'm almost positive. Spa rooms, no. Yeah, I'm almost positive it's just the suites. I don't think the spa rooms are ready when you suites, Diamond, Platinum available for drop off at boarding. Right. So you can drop off, but the suites, again, just with Bree confirming, they're ready for you to be able to go in there, but you can just drop off for Diamond, Platinum. You can't stay in the room. The suites are not always ready. Last February, we had to wait until 2. Oh, wow. Okay. That's good to know. W. Kastner says, I wish the Mardi Gras would come to the West Coast. I know. How nice would that be? Well, here's the thing. And again, this is just me speculating. So the celebration is going to be out there on the East Coast starting in November, is it? The Jubilee next year will be, that's the other Excel class. That will be coming to Galveston in next year, 2024. So it would only make sense that the Mardi Gras would move over to the West Coast, right? So they have one at the West Coast, an XL class. They would have an XL class in Galveston, and then they'd have the Mardi Gras. The new celebration XL class would be on the East Coast. That would make perfect sense. But so hopefully, my guess would be one of two things: either 2024 they would move, or 2023 they would move the Mardi Gras over to Galveston until Jubilee gets there, and then eventually it would make its way to the West Coast, or they would send it out to the West Coast. Probably, I don't know. It's very tough to say because in 2024 is also when the Costa Firenze is going to come to the West Coast. So yeah, again, to your point, I would love an Excel class ship on the West Coast. I think that would be awesome. My thought is eventually there will be one here. It would make perfect sense. So I agree 100%. If check-in time at noon, how long until you can board? So the appointment times, the appointment check-in times, are spread out, right? But they've been boarding on average. Again, don't quote me on this. On average, it's been like between 11 and 11:30 to where they start the boarding process. So if you get there at noon, there's a good chance that they've already started the boarding process. Janice, drop off my luggage, honey, please. Drop it off where? Oh, drop it off in the room. Yeah, I'll hold it for you in my room. No, they're going to deliver it to your room. If you have yours with you, if you're carrying anything with you, yeah. If you want to leave it in my room until your room is ready, absolutely, Gary. I was trying to think. Yeah, if you're bringing anything on, seriously, Gary, if you and Eva have some stuff that you want to drop off In my room? Absolutely. Well, mine and Mark's room. We're sharing. Hey, what's going on, Andrew? Fist bump. Wait, fist bump. Right back at you, buddy. Good to have you in here. We would need. Good point. Good point. Yeah. So, yeah, that's true, Dan. We would need the LNG. I hope so. So once you see them doing that, then you would know that a ship is coming this way. So yeah, we're SOL until we get LNG out here. Good point, Dan. Didn't even think of that. Do you guys know how much parking is now at the Port of Long Beach? It is, I mentioned earlier, $23 a day. So if you're doing a 3-day cruise on the Radiance, it's $69. If the 4-day, $92, if I remember correctly. So yeah, and it's first come, first serve, and also there's plenty of parking. So I'm going to try to find that video just because there's been a couple of those questions about the parking and stuff. So I think it's just really helpful. I spent some time on this video because I just felt like it was really, really important to get this information out there. So for Racing Fanatic and for W. Kastner, I am going to drop a link right now to the video. So if you want to grab that and watch it after the live or later on when you have some time, just drop that in there for you. All right. We'll be on the second sailing of the Jubilee. Oh, very nice. Yeah, I'd love to. I mean, I want to get on any one of those Excel class ships at one point or another. So hopefully here soon we'll be doing that as a family vacation. $23 per day, $23 per day. Yep. Right, Daniel. They're adding LNG capabilities to Miami and Galveston. So, yep, we would definitely need that. Without the LNG side, we won't get. Yeah, good point. Yep. Carry on, yes. Evo will love you. Yeah, absolutely. No, I'm being serious. Yeah, definitely. If you need to drop off the carry on, just hit me up. If I'm guessing, I'll usually get at minimum the social media package, just because the premium has just been terrible. At least it might be better on the horizon. But so I might have the premium. But anyway, if we're not getting on at the same time, just message me on Facebook and we'll meet up. Let's see. Why aren't you on Halloween sailing? I know, right? I know. I wish I enjoyed the Halloween cruise on the Radiance. I mean, on the Panorama last year so much. Just, so many cruises, not enough time. And now I have this new position at work. I'm just going to be even busier than before, and I don't know how much longer I'll have even this. So I've been cruising the Radiance regularly because I had this every other Friday off. Seems like that might be going away, unfortunately, with my new position, and so we'll see. We'll see how that works out. So yeah, unfortunately, I wouldn't be able to make that work schedule-wise. Okay, so again, here's the link to that video for the parking and special assistance and embarkation. See, if that person would have watched this video, they would have had their question answered. So you're welcome. Yes, thank you so much. If you can hit that like button again, it just lets YouTube know that you're enjoying this content. Again, just to help my channel grow, and I appreciate it. Boo! I know. Hey, look, it's still on my watch. I need to. What? You see it? Do you still have it on your watch, Kelly? I need to change that out. Nice to drop off your bags and walk over to Queen Mary and take a quick tour. Well, that we used to love doing that as well, but the Queen Mary is not open currently, so unfortunately that's not an option. Yeah, but you're right. So before you would be able to drop off your bags, or with the porters, go over there, do a tour of the ship, or just sit and have some coffee or whatever. So you can't do that right now, but yeah, that was definitely a nice option. Say no to the position. It's too late. I already said no. I already said yes. Yeah, it's a long story. I'll hit you up privately. Unfortunately, I know I'm not excited about that part of it, but it is what it is, right? I guess I'm thankful to be employed, right? There's a lot of people that are still trying to find jobs and stuff, so I guess I can't complain too much. The Queen Mary's closed. Yep. Love it. Mine too. It's still on there. Yeah, it's funny. I was just looking at it today. I was like, oh man, that's hilarious. It's still on there. So we'll always have this, right, Kelly? So oh no. So Kelly and I met just so everybody's in on the. So she and I met on the Celebration cruise, or prior to, in the Facebook group, and she had posted that she had put this on her watch, and I thought, oh, that's pretty cool. I'm doing it. So we, for those of you in our age brackets, right, Wonder Twin Powers. So we it was kind of our little inside joke that we had those Wonder Twin Powers. Yeah, I know. It was a bummer because there was something we did every time when we went on the Inspiration or Imagination. We would go on that as well on the Queen Mary. So that is a bummer. Yeah, that's okay. Bored it is and start eating. Exactly right. So you'll never forget me. Nope, I won't. Maybe I'll just keep it there, right, Kelly? No, I will never forget. That was fun. That was definitely fun. And then we did the pictures and stuff when we were on the ship. So, all right, let me go back to this pointless. I think I'm all caught up. All right. So the next one is the food was so-so in the main in the main dining room. Both the Sunset and Sunrise, they have the same menu. The service was slow. We had 6 p.m. dining, but didn't get our food until 7 p.m. We were seated every night at 6 p.m. Let me take a drink and I'll address this one. Okay, so hang on. Let's see here. Adrian says, traveling with teens, if I don't get Wi-Fi, how do I stay in contact on the board of the ship? Okay, there is another option, but I can tell you, and I haven't gotten it since the restart of cruising, and even before the pandemic, it was, you have to make sure you leave the Carnival Hub app open. So you can pay $5 for the whole cruise to have the Carnival Hub chat. And if you didn't have the app open, it wouldn't work. So that was, kind of one of the things that people, I don't know if that's the issue moving forward or people are forgetting to leave the hub open, but from the feedback I'm getting is that Carnival Hub app chat has been unreliable. So that's the other option. And you could try it. It's $5 again for the whole cruise. I would say at minimum, if you can, get the social media package. I know it's an extra cost, but that's the best way to stay in contact. And again, through Facebook Messenger or something like that. That I would highly recommend that. Again, I know that the $5 for a whole cruise is a lot cheaper. Or here's the thing: buy the $5 one. I mean, I know it's easier said than done, but buy the $5 one. Try it. If it doesn't work, you can always buy the social media package on the ship as well once you get on the cruise if it's not working for you. So those are your two options. Adrian, you can pay the $5 to use the chat on the app. Yeah. Or be old school and bring two-way radios. Oh, yeah, that's right. There were a lot of people back in the day that would use two-way radios. So there's that option. Again, probably for the cost of the two-way radios and all that. I don't know how much they cost, but it might be just better just to get the social media package. I didn't even get the chat on my last cruise. The cruise before the chat never worked. Okay. And Meg, I'm glad you brought that up. Did you have the app open and it was still not working? Because that was what, some people would say, well, don't forget that you need to have the app running. So I'm just curious. $5 per person for the chat option. It wasn't okay. So there's another person saying, Mary Ellen saying it wasn't reliable. Okay. So I would say social media package. If that's something that's within your budget, I would definitely recommend it. Okay. So the food was so in the main dining room. Both Sunset and Sunrise, they have the same menu. So let's address this food was so. If you go, and I've said this in the past, if you go there expecting 5-star restaurant quality food in the main dining room, you're going to be sorely disappointed. If that's the way you eat in your normal life, first of all, congrats. If that's when you go out to eat, either individually or as a family, and you guys are going to 5-star quality restaurants, hey man, congrats, right? But if you're going to Applebee's or Chili's or chain restaurants or just regular restaurants, I see the food as being comparable, right? So, and considering the price that you're paying, yes, there are cruise lines that have really good, high quality, 5-star quality restaurant food, but then the price point is completely, we're talking thousands of dollars in difference in pay or in total cruise fare. So I hate to use that all. You get what you pay for, right? If you want a cheaper cruise, then you just have to expect that it's not going to be 5-star restaurant quality food. So that's what I'll say about that. With that said, it's the same menu every day. Well, isn't that the same thing as any other restaurant? When I go to, again, I'm just using Applebee's, Chili's, and all that stuff. It's the same menu every day. So what's the difference, right? It's a restaurant at sea, whether a restaurant on land. Why? Okay. So I think their point is that they're expecting the Sunset and the Sunrise to have different menus. No, that's just not how it works. They have that so they can have in the Sunset dining room so that they have the your time dining people, and then in the sunrise they can have the early dining and late dining. That's the difference between the two dining rooms. So that, again, that's just an assumption made based off of lack of research. Okay, the service was slow. I'll tell you, I mean, especially when they were having staffing issues, did I notice that it was a little slower? Yeah. And listen, if you go to that restaurant, it's been like that for a while, before the pandemic. If you go to those restaurants, just be prepared that it's a process, right? There's a bunch of people in there. If you're in a hurry, probably not the place to go. If you're in a hurry, go to the buffet, go try one of the other included food options or whatever. It's not the place to go if you're in a hurry. I like it. I go early. I'm an early eater because I want to be able to enjoy the experience, take my time, not be in a rush, and then still use and enjoy the evening activity. So for those of you that are first timers, if you're going to go to the main dining room, go with patience. If you're not patient, don't want to wait, I would say look into another option. So I think I hit all of the things that person mentioned. I had the app running at all times. Okay, no, that's fair. I just wanted to ask. So yeah, I guess it's just not very good. So hopefully they'll get that figured out. Maybe it'll be better with these changes that they're making, recent changes, the internet changes. Maybe it'll get better. I don't know. Hopefully it will. Our last ship was the Mardi Gras. It was massive. It worked fine and it didn't drop signal. So I wonder if the Mardi Gras had, a better upgraded internet. I don't know. It's hard to say. So it's kind of hit and miss. Okay. I'll make sure you also order your pictures on the app because it depends. Yeah. So I see that. I'm glad you brought that up. I really am, because that's another common mistake that first timers or newer cruisers make on Carnival. I don't know what other cruise ships or cruise lines do in regards to pictures after the cruise, but people will leave the ship and then think they can go back in the app and order the pictures. You cannot. So great point, W. Kastner, is that make sure you order your pictures online. They're not going to be available while you're on the ship, because they're not going to be available to you after you leave. Food was great, but the maitre d' only allowed a floor show one night out of 4. Really? I wonder why. That's terrible. Yeah, that's something a lot of people look forward to. Oh, okay. Maybe they were really busy and they want to keep. Yeah, I don't know. That sucks. We simply relax and show up with a fresh drink when going to the MDR. Again, yeah. See, Chuck, to my point is that if you can go there and just enjoy it for what it is and not be in a rush. Maybe just go in early, right? So some people are like, oh, well, choose your time dining, get in there at 5:30 like I do, and then I'm still out of there in enough time to enjoy the evening festivities. Sylvia V says, the food was fine, but the service was excellent. They worked so hard, always went above and beyond. We had no complaints. Yeah, and I think this person just saying service in the sense was slow, and again, it sounds like this person's a newer cruiser, at least newer to Carnival. I just, in all fairness, it's always been not a rushed experience when we went to, the dining room prior to the pandemic, et cetera. It was hours of experience, not just a rush, get in and get out. If that's what you're looking for, the MDR is not an option for you. And you're right. Those people work so hard in that dining room, and they're doing their best. So. Okay, so the next bullet point, it said the shows in the dining room during dinner could be better. I'll just leave it at that. And I think that's just a matter of opinion. I'm not going to harp on that too much. Again, depending on what are you expecting, right? It's not a full-on dinner show. They do their typical dances to Happy, by Pharrell, or Justin Timberlake's song. Why is it escaping me right now? The last day they do the leaving on a fun ship, and again, I guess it just depends on what your expectations are. I don't think it's bad. Now, some of the ships, if they have people that can sing, so on the Radiance they had a guy that would sing "Stuck on You" by Lionel Richie. He may be gone. I don't know. They don't have anybody else that has a good singing voice, but that was really cool as an option. On the Panorama, Nikki, she's now on the Mardi Gras, but she used to sing a really nice song. I'm trying to remember. So they try to do their best. Oh yeah, they do the Bruno Mars song. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. I think it's nice. I mean, it's better than nothing, right? Again, I don't. I'm going to sound like a broken record. When you go to Chili's or Applebee's and all that, are you getting any kind of show? So I don't know. For what it's worth, whatever. Take it for what it's worth. If you ever served time on a big great ship, you'll never complain about a cruise line service. Yeah, thank you. Right, exactly. For those of you that have served, thank you for your service. Again, I don't. I'm not trying to bash this person. It's just I'm going through their list because I think it's a really important. The takeaway from why I'm doing this is that if anybody else hasn't done any of these things, and I don't care, I'm not trying to push you towards my videos. That's not the point of this. There's plenty of other people doing videos on the Radiance as well, or any other ship that you might be going on. Just do a little bit of homework. That's all I'm asking. Just do a little bit of homework. Sorry, I have to go now. Thanks for the info, honey. Hope everyone had a great remainder of your day. Thanks, Lindy Lou. Have a great rest of your day. Appreciate you being here. Okay, so they said they only attend to your room once a day. There's no turn down service. Not sure if this is a change post-COVID. We didn't mind, but heads up. Okay. Yes. So if you've been on a cruise ship since the pandemic or whatever, prior to you would get to I'm trying to remember because we were on the Vista October of 2019. I don't think they started it before. But anyway, I'll tell you, here's what I'll say. And somebody mentioned this in the comments. If you've stayed in a hotel recently, so I've had 2 business trips recently. A few months back, I went to Portland, Oregon, and just recently I went out to Alabama. And they didn't even they said if you need anything, let us know. If you need your room service or you need towels or whatever, you won't be getting daily service at all. So having one once a day is better than them saying, again, this is a hotel on the water. Just think of that. You're on a hotel, staying in a hotel that's floating on the water. So just think of that when you're on the ship. It's no different, right? So just again, in comparison, if you're on a land-based hotel, it seems like, and please correct me if I'm wrong, if anybody else has stayed at hotels where this is, but so far I've stayed at 2 hotels. Really nice hotel. I'm trying to remember what it was in Portland, Oregon. Really nice hotel, and they didn't have it. And I stayed at a Home 2 Suites in Alabama, and so and I didn't have service at all. Like if I wanted something, I had to ask for it. So I don't know. I guess sometimes I know that we have certain things. Hey, what's going on, Richard Carrier? Appreciate you being here. Hey, Tickle Stick, welcome in. Thank you for being here. Anyway, I'm not gonna spend a whole lot of time on that. Yes, they only go once a day, I believe. They do, and they'll ask you, do you want morning or late service or whatever? So they'll ask you when you want that one service. I don't know. I don't see it as a big deal. But just like when I stayed at home, I only ask for clean towels. Yeah, I mean that's all I really need. Do I need my bed made every day? Do you make your bed every day? People in general, does everybody make their bed every day? Some people do, I know. But anyway, you're on vacation. I don't know. To me, it's like, is that really a big deal? Okay, the next one. Again, I don't want to spend a whole lot of time on that just because there's a lot to go through. And we are, how long are we into this? 47 minutes in. Okay. The shows on board were okay. Nothing stood out from any of their shows or games. This is another tough one, kind of like the entertainment in the dining room. It's a matter of perspective. Is it, Broadway type shows or things like that? No, right? Las Vegas quality shows, So they are what they are. And again, I don't know. I didn't think they were terrible. For me personally, so I did watch a while back. I watched the Rock Revolution. This is the shows they have on the Radiance. Rock Revolution and Soulbound. Soulbound, yeah. Rock Revolution, it was good, but at the time, I don't know what they were. They were all just kind of sitting and whatever. Whatever. I don't know what the issue was. I'm guessing, it was COVID related or whatever. But I didn't have a problem. I don't care. It was. I love music, and I think it was like 60s and 70s rocks, which is just not my genre of music. I like all kinds of music. It was enjoyable to watch one time. Would I go multiple times? No. Soulbound was really nice, a great show, and a different type of production, and I enjoyed it. As far as games and stuff, it just really depends on what you're looking for. So I didn't think it was that terrible. We travel a lot. Yes, since COVID, no maid service until you leave. Yep. Okay. Just have fun, people. Yeah, I agree. It just makes me sad when I see that because, they posted this in the main, cruise page, Carnival Ratings cruise page. And, as first time cruisers, sometimes people are just like already kind of stressed out and thinking, oh my God, and then they read this and they're thinking, oh my gosh, what am I getting into? So I just didn't want that to dissuade anybody's opinions and thoughts and like, oh my gosh, this is going to be terrible. Because what happens is you put that in your mind, all of a sudden you go in with those thoughts and you're going to have a terrible experience. If you go in with positive thoughts, and that's what I try to do with my videos, to be quite honest, is I try to just kind of focus on the positives. I'm not doing that for any other reason that if you go in with the mindset that I'm going to have a good time, there's all these things available to me, is everything going to be rosy and perfect? No, absolutely not. But I'm also a person that just kind of rolls with the punches. I don't, my videos are who I am in real life. I just kind of roll with the punches. So focusing on negative things just it's not my thing. I know a lot of YouTubers do that for clickbait and they want, they focus on the negative stuff because that's what, it's sad, right? That's why the news channels are there. That's what they focus on is the negative. So that's what, a lot of YouTubers focus on, unfortunately, is to get you to act emotionally and go, oh yeah, what is this? What's this negative thing? And that's sad. That's just not my gig. So anyway, here in Las Vegas, some will service the room only if you ask, and some it's every day if you need it or leave your D&D on the door. Okay, good to know. I was trying to remember because we stayed at the Paris when we were there in May. It was just an overnight trip, so it wasn't really a factor there. So good to know for Las Vegas. Thank you. Can we get fresh towels at night, though? Do I care about the turn-down service? Don't care about the turn-down service. Yeah. No, you can get fresh towels. You can ask for fresh towels to be brought to you. They'll still do. If you need something, they'll still provide it or bring it to you. You can call your room steward or, whatever. Yeah, that stuff is, or you need, newer pool towels to be exchanged or whatever. They'll still do that stuff. Absolutely. Yes, Gary, if you want extra towels, just ask. Stateroom stewards are doing it. Yeah, they are. Yeah, comedy shows. Thank you for bringing that up. Comedy shows are always fun. I don't know. Again, I don't know what this person was looking for. I thought the comedy shows were good. Shows, yeah, the Drinks and Lead are the best shows. Right. Yeah, if you love watching, people watching, absolutely, right? Soulbound special effects. Yeah, exactly. A plus. The concert version is usually when there are rocky seas or they have staffing issues. Okay, good. Thank you for mentioning that. I figured that was the case. I knew that that wasn't part of the normal show experience. So I figured there was something that was causing with honey. I think you meant cruising with honey. Yeah, I always try to make it fun, my brother. There you go. Yeah, I always try to make it fun, my brother. Can't wait to cruise with you again, Richard. Kelly B, your vlogs are great and so informative. Thank you, Kelly. I appreciate that. Again, I just try to focus first and foremost on the information, right? And trying to provide, as you notice, those of you that watch my videos, I try to get the staff involved, let them talk. Like when in the video that I have where we talk about the menu mate, I had Dorothy that worked for Carnival talk about it. So I some of them are not wanting to get on camera or not comfortable getting on camera. So I try my best to provide accurate information that I get either directly from the staff and let them say it or like when I talked about the special assistants, right? The guy didn't want to be on camera. So everything he told me, I just kind of regurgitated. So, yep. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. Yeah, no reason to be stressed. Have fun and dance. Just try to be safe. Tip well, not worry. 39 more days. So, yeah, I agree 100%. It's like you shouldn't go on vacation stressed out. And again, if there's anything that I hope that my videos do is help you reduce some of that stress. So I agree. Have fun and dance. Those that know me, I love the dancing. Not the greatest dancer in the world. Not here to say that, but I do enjoy just getting out there, doing the line dances and all that. Try to be safe and tip. Yep, absolutely. They take the gratuities out. You can either prepay the gratuities or they'll take it out towards the end of the cruise. But I also always bring ones and fives with me to tip excellent, above and beyond service, bartenders and anybody else that I come across that I feel is going above and beyond. I know, honey, I tend not to even watch vlogs with clickbait up front. Yeah, and I feel I don't want to harp on this issue because I'm not here. This is not. I focus on my channel, not what other channels do. I don't. Everybody's got to do what they got to do. But I just feel like there's a trend headed in that direction again, because that ends up getting you more clicks, more views, and this and that, everything else. And it's sad. I don't know. Anyway, I don't want to spend a whole lot, but you're right. I don't either. I just stopped following those channels just because they're just getting like, man, really? And they don't realize and here's the sad part is a lot of these channels are either travel agents or have, or one of the partners is a travel agent. And I feel like they're doing a disservice to themselves, right? I mean, everything else aside, I feel like they're doing a disservice to themselves because it's like, don't you want to encourage people to cruise and not, anyway, again, I'm going to stop. So 8 more days. Yeah. I can't wait to get on my cruise as well. Thank you. Yes, please remember to hit that thumbs up. And the steward will leave you their card with phone number. Yeah, thank you, Marilyn Dillon, for that reminder. They will leave you the card. And if they're away, and they'll tell you this, if they're away, if they're on a break or whatever, somebody else will still be available to you. See you at the slot pool. Agree. Yep. Drunk putt golf on a rocking ship is the best. I can only imagine. 2 slot pools. Is it true that you feel more of the boat motion if you stay on the lower decks versus the top decks? I've heard the opposite, Sam. I'm lucky and fortunate that I don't experience that motion sickness or any of that stuff. So knock on wood, I don't experience it. But I've heard the opposite. I've heard that you feel it more on the upper decks or the top decks than the lower. So those that experience motion sickness, let me know what your experiences have been. But again, for me, maybe I just was born with sea legs. I don't know. It's never affected me from cruise 1 to to now. The cruises am I at 18, whatever and stuff. Yeah, it's never affected me personally. So yeah, if you guys can pipe in those that do get motion sickness, let me know what your experiences are. Cruising for the first time in December. Hello, Crystal. Welcome in. Cruising for the first time in December. So excited. Love watching you. Your videos have helped in our planning. Looking forward to meeting you in December. Thank you. I appreciate that, Crystal, and I look forward to meeting you as well. So, yeah, and I just will say this. If anybody is cruising with me on any of my future cruises, if you're not, I'll just take this opportunity again to just I have a Facebook group that's specific to my channel, The Beach Life on YouTube, and I'm also an admin on the main Carnival Readiness cruise page. But if you're just wanting to stay connected with me and my channel, I would highly encourage you to join the Beach Life on YouTube as well. And in there, I have a list of the cruises that I'm on. So if you're on any of those cruises, please come up and say hi. I can't tell you how many people have told me after the fact, oh, I saw you on the cruise. I didn't want to bother you. I wanted to say hi. Please come up and say hello. Let's take a picture together. We'll post it in the Facebook group. I love it. I truly enjoy it. I spend lots of time talking to people that watch my videos. It helps me because I tell them, hey, how did you find me? What videos did you enjoy? What did you enjoy about them? Because that, again, helps me to continue to put out the content that I do. So thank you and look forward to meeting you. Sam, the lower and closer to the middle, the more stable. Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's okay. We're not here to judge. Just dance however you like. Okay, good. Good to know. Always pick middle, Sam. Yeah, middle, and Crystal, you'll be an addict. Yeah, absolutely. Sam, don't go too low. If the ship engine noise will bother you in the morning when the ship is docking. Yeah, that's true. If you're and stay away from the elevators. Yeah, you want to be in the middle, but try to stay away from the elevators if you are a sensitive sleeper, if you will, or whatever. Because you will hear a lot of that noise. So I stayed in a balcony room, and it was near the elevators. It didn't bother me because I am one of those types that stays up really late. So by the time I get back to the room, the ship is pretty much shutting down. I crash out, and then I sleep like a rock until I wake up the next day. So, but if you are a sensitive sleeper, I would also avoid that as well. You get a chance to cruise with Connie, do it. He's a blast and down to earth. Thanks, Richard. I appreciate that. And that's the thing you'll find. And again, I'm not here to talk about other YouTubers, just for myself. I'm doing this because I enjoy meeting other people. That's how I started it. It was a way for me being a social extrovert. It was a way for me to stay connected with people that love and have a passion for cruising as much as I do. So yeah, what you see is what you get. So when you see me on a cruise ship, those that have cruised with me, like Richard and others, what you see is what you get. I'm sure others will pipe in that have cruised with me. Just all about having a good time. Yep, we'll be there September 23rd. Guilty, I saw you and didn't say hi, Bree. Shame on you. Okay, next time, please come up and say hi. Chuck, haven't been yet and already want to plan another. So it's funny that you meant I get the best sleep on a cruise. Same, Marlies. Same. I wanted to talk about this. So it's funny, through the Facebook groups and stuff, I've had a chance to meet a lot of people that I haven't cruised with yet, or whatever. And two things have happened. So just recently, I met a person through the Facebook groups, and she had her first group. She's gone on it since. That was back in July 18th, but she had already booked, I think, one more cruise just through me hyping it up and this and everything else. So she had booked on the October 7th cruise to meet me and cruise with me, which was really cool and stuff. But anyway, since then she's booked it, and then on that July 18th cruise, her husband went with her, and he fell in love. She was kind of tentative. She booked the October one with her sister, I believe it was, and then he loved it so much that they've already booked January. So I get to meet both her and her husband in January. So I'll meet her in October, and I'll meet her and her husband in January, and then I think she booked a family cruise in July. So it's amazing how so many people, it's very addictive, as somebody mentioned earlier. You're going to absolutely love it. Crystal, planning well ahead will save you money. Also, check when on board for great cruise deals. Absolutely. Good advice, Chuck. I'm going on the Radiance to Hawaii in October from Long Beach. I hear it's really rocky. My wife gets motion sickness. We are staying on deck 2 towards the front. Yeah, and that's a long trip, right? So you're gonna encounter different different things on that trip. So, but here's what I would tell you from a motion sickness perspective, from what I've read others and heard others talking about, if you can get the patch prescribed to you by your doctor, I would, in this case, your wife, I would definitely go that route. If not, get Bonine or Dramamine. Just the one thing, because my wife used to get motion sickness, she's done a lot better and doesn't need it anymore. But the mistake she made the first time was got regular Dramamine and was drowsy that first cruise. It was kind of a bad experience for her because she just was wanting to sleep most of the time. So after that, we got non-drowsy Dramamine, and then she felt like she took it, I think, one day and was like, I think I'm gonna try without it, and she's been fine ever since. But just to be prepared, try to get the patch or one of those motion sickness options. Sleep like a baby. Absolutely, I agree. Thanks for the advice, Chuck. One Bonine every 12 hours at Walmart. There you go. Patch, Bonine, green apples, and ginger ale also help. Yep, very good. Yeah, green apples and ginger ale, very good advice. And they have those ginger candies as well. I don't know if anybody's tried those, but you can try it. All right, guys. I know we're kind of running a little long here. I'm going to try to get through. There's a lot of these, so I'm going to try to go through these a lot quicker. They said drink service was slow, especially after they found out you had the drink package. It seemed like they stopped coming around the area you're in. Other guests felt the same way. I don't know. I don't usually have the drink package, and then I don't get drinks. Ginger candy. I see somebody just said ginger candy as well. Okay, so it's hard for me to say. I've never had an issue finding a drink. So I don't know the context for this one, so I won't spend a lot of time on it. Let's just say I never had a problem getting a drink, other than like when they're busy at the bars or whatever. But again, you got to be patient. Even if you go to land-based bars, if they're busy, you're gonna have to wait. So I don't know. Again, not gonna spend a lot of time on that one. Just so I'm trying to get through this list. Disembark tags, bag tags were horrible. They ran out of tags 4 times, and guest services didn't want to give out anymore. A lot of guests had to carry their own bags off the ship with them. I personally like to take my bags off the ship with me and not check them out overnight. Personally, I don't know if that was a one-off experience. If anybody else has cruised recently and had that be a problem for them, let me know. This is the first I'm hearing of that being an issue. Would you say Bonine or the patches are best? I haven't used either, so if anybody else can mention. I know that some people have said they swear by the patches, and I guess the severity of your motion sickness. So I'll let somebody else. I haven't had to use them. So if anybody else has had used them, please feel free to answer that question. So, and again, on that bag tag thing, I've never had an issue. So if anybody else has had an issue, please feel free. Okay, so many of my family members had to go and correct their accounts for being overcharged. I check my account summary throughout the cruise. I haven't seen any unnecessary charges. I did see this posted by other people. In all fairness to this person, I had seen other people say that's and I don't know again what the issues were. They were just saying that they were overcharged for different things. I'm not going to say that they weren't. I'm not going to say that they maybe they, I don't know. So just I would say make sure you're watching your account summary. You can do that through the kiosk or on your app. So just watch that. I had the drink package and didn't have a problem, but I also tipped every time. Yeah, and that's important. I've used Bonai my whole life. Both together work good. Natural path patches. Okay. Is there a difference from the over-the-counter patches versus prescription? If anybody can answer that one. Sylvia V, exactly, take care of the servers. Okay. So this one, they said 28 cents charge for every refill you get until you get to Mexico. And I think somebody else mentioned this in the comments. I think they're talking about the port tax, but once you leave the port, that you shouldn't see that on your bill. So again, not having complete context, this person's saying they were charged for a refill every time. I'm guessing it was while they were at port. So without knowing, you will get charged while you're at port, but once you leave the port, you shouldn't have to pay. So that's the first I'm hearing of any kind of refill charge. I'm not saying that may have not happened. I haven't cruised since June 10th, my birthday, right? So I don't know if anything's changed since then. So if anybody can tell me if they've seen any kind of charge like that, it's just not something that I've heard of. Going off and on to the tender boats to Catalina is challenging for elderly and families with small children. They should find an easier way for the guests with special needs. I think I've heard this from others that it might be a little challenging for people with special needs, wheelchairs and stuff like that. I don't know. I haven't had to experience that, so I can't say, but I'm just kind of imagining, there's the ramp to get on the cruise or on the tender boat, and then I think they have a ramp to get off. I don't know I don't want to say a whole lot. So if anybody's had to use that, and has, I don't know. I didn't see any issues, but again, I wasn't traveling with anybody with special needs or small children. So I don't know why small children would be an issue, but again, not a lot of context there. In port, you pay local taxes, not a refill charge. That's what I thought, Marilyn. So anyway, let's see here real quick. The port in Ensenada is not friendly for outside excursions, meaning if you don't book through Carnival, then you have to walk to the security gate, which is a 10-minute walk from the boat. Again, another challenge for families that have guests with special needs. 10-minute walk from the boat to the security gate. Well, I don't. Yeah, I mean, you could take the shuttles. I think, do the shuttles accommodate people with special needs? I don't know. I don't want to poo-poo on what this person is saying, but I don't know. I think maybe next time around, if I can remember, I'll have to maybe focus on that a little bit more just to see. I don't know enough about it. So if anybody has traveled with somebody that's in a wheelchair or anything like that and experienced the same thing, please feel free to let me know. I'll be happy to do when I go in August. I'll have to take a look. 28 cents tax only at the Long Beach port, no tax on that sea. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's the problem with allowing this type of information to be posted. And again, we're not here to restrict anybody from posting their thoughts and opinions, but then somebody else is reading this and going, oh, they're charging, now service charge. So it's tough, right? As an admin, you have to be really careful, but I'm glad that people are mentioning it in the comments and stuff. So hopefully people are also reading the comments, not just reading what this person says, and just running with it, right? Anyways, you can set up with your special needs of the cruise line ahead of time. There's a special map that shows accessible routes on Carnival ships. Thank you, Marilyn. I think they do a great job. As a matter of fact, those of you that are my YouTube, my Facebook group, somebody that was on a ship recently that had a partner with special needs, which was really nice. They shouted me out in their video and said, they were thankful for the information I provided, and they felt like Carnival did a great job. If you watch that video or saw what I'm talking about, they felt so. I'm going to go off of their opinion, to be honest with you, because they did have a partner with special needs, and they said it was wonderful. So yeah, that's what I'll base it off of. I'm a mom of special needs kids, and bringing him on a cruise in December, it's all about pre-planning, of course, right? Yeah. If anything, it just sounds like this person did zero pre-planning. And again, I mean, I'm just being really honest. I feel like this person did zero pre-planning. They wanted to show up and have Carnival just wait on them hand and foot. Sorry, it's not happening. They have 3,000 plus passengers on that ship. You're whatever. Plan to be stuck in traffic in Ensenada. That I've heard about. So I'm not going to read the whole thing. They were just talking about, just plan on it. So if you're going to do excursions, whether it's through Carnival or through the third party, just try to get out early, because there are, especially if you're going out to La Bufadora or anything like that, to make sure you have enough time to get back. That has been a thing that's been talked about a while on Ensenada. My sister was in a wheelchair, and there wasn't the type of information available to her back in the day. Yeah, it's definitely available now. Like I said, the lady that did the video that I posted in my Facebook group, so, and that's her job too, right? And that's what she does for a living. So she did a lot of research and made sure. So agree. That person probably didn't do any research. I agree. I know on our last cruise in Catalina, they would not let us board Thunder. So all special needs people boarded. Oh, Tender. So all special people boarded first before they let the rest of them. Yeah, I believe all that, and I've seen them, and they do a lot of great things. So I just feel like this person. On the last night of the ship, they would close off more than half the elevators between 8 to 11 p.m. to move luggage around. So the wait times after dinner and all white party was long. I'll stop there. Okay, so that's their last of their cons, if you will. Yes, that's something that they always do. They close off the elevators for the luggage, for people leaving their luggage out. So they grab the luggage and get them down and all that stuff. So that's normal, has been going on for the longest time. Again, just lack of research and knowing and pre-planning. So, okay, some pros. I'm going to end it with these pros because I don't want to run too long for people that are watching this on a replay. So I'm just going to hit the pros, and then we'll call it a day. Thank you, everybody, again, for being here and hanging on this long. So the pros, Guy's Burgers were fire. Shack's Chicken was fire. Barbecue Pig and Anchor was fire. Taco Spot was fire. So they enjoyed the food, right? I guess is the point there. The kids' splash pad and water slides was very nice. Make use of the Ocean Zone for kids. They'll have fun there. I think they're talking about Camp Ocean. Absolutely, I agree. Our kids have grown up going to Camp Ocean. They're older now, 10, 14, and 17, but they loved Camp Ocean growing through the years that we've been cruising. I agree with that 1,000%. The Rock and Roll Party and the all-white party was fun for all the family. You don't want to miss it. Agree 1,000% again. The beach on Catalina near the boardwalk. And I'm glad that they mentioned this, because I think I mentioned this in my past live show, is that's kind of a little bit of a hidden gem, if you will, is that there's water they can go into right near where the tender drops you off. Like if you walk off, and if you're facing away from the ship, if your back's to the ship, if you make a right, there's a nice little beach area there, free and accessible. So the beach on the Catalina near the boardwalks, we're spending some time taking a dip in the water, especially if it's a warm day. So just something to think about. Okay, so that was their pros, and I wanted to end on that. I always like to try to end on a good note. Guys, burgers are amazing. Always, right? The food was really good. Again, some people, I think what happens is just kind of go in with just expectations that you would have if you were doing a land-based vacation, right? If you're going to a burger joint on land, if you're going to a restaurant on land, if you're staying in a hotel on land, just go in with those same expectations. Thank you again, everybody. I'm just going to end with, if you are not in my Facebook group, please feel free to join. Again, this type of information. I'll be going on a cruise August 19th, so there'll be new content coming out. I'll be posting it. The videos in there. Of course, you can follow me on YouTube and turn on the notification bell to be notified when those videos are out. And I always appreciate all the support. If you have friends and family that cruise, especially out of Long Beach, my videos are typically, focused on that. I'm trying to genericize them, if that's a good way of putting it, to make them more friendly to all Carnival cruisers. But again, yes, a lot of them are Long Beach, West Coast, Carnival Radiance feature. But if you have any friends or family that cruise out of the West Coast and you want to send them my way, I truly appreciate it. Thank you, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Have a good time. Enjoy your work week. Let me just see what's going on here. I always get fat, guys. A little laughter. If anyone gets a chance, ride the submarine in Catalina, do it. Thanks so much. You're very welcome. Thanks. I'll wave as you disembark. Please do. Bye, everyone. Please hit that like button. Yes, please do on your way out. Thank you. You're welcome. See you on Friday. Yes, see you on Friday. Make sure you say hi to me when you see me on the ship. Please, please, please. Thank you. You're very welcome. Goodbye. Goodbye. Thank you. You're welcome, Marilyn Dillon. Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you, guys. Bye-bye. See you later, Beach Bombs.